Hello everybody. It's the first day of the year 2016. I want to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year. And I also want to welcome you guys to my first ever comic book haul video. I've been meaning to make one of these videos for a long time now. I really enjoy all the haul videos on YouTube. There's just so many of you guys out there and all the videos are great. Literally during the last 6 months, my whole life's been dedicated to studying for the bar exam and getting acclimated to my new job. But now that's all behind me and I can get back to, normal living, enjoying my books, and hopefully, sharing more of my books and hauls with you in the future. Before I get into my haul, I just want to let you guys know that, excuse me, that at the end of the video, I'll be giving you guys some more details and instructions of how to enter into a giveaway I'm doing. Just basically, celebrating the new year and my first video. But I'll, hold it off to the end of the video. So without further ado, I'm going to start out with my first book. Right here we have Superman versus Muhammad Ali Treasury Edition and classic Neil Adams cover. You basically have the most iconic superhero in the world versus the most iconic athlete in the world. I don't care where you're from, what country you were born, what year you were born. You know who Superman and who Muhammad Ali are. They're just that iconic. Another really interesting about this book is if you look basically in the stands and at the audience of this fight, it's just riddled with celebrities and key figures of the era. If you look closely, you'll see, President Jimmy Carter there, right there with the red hair. That's Lucille Ball. You have some, superheroes here. Batman. If you look, right past Batman, you see Clark Kent, which is pretty funny. If you go along here, I think you see Stevie Wonder right there. If you turn the book around, there you go. You have Pele, and next to Pele, you have Andy Warhol. Then you have Cher and Donnie Marie. Underneath Cher and Donnie, you have Sinatra. And then up here in the stands, you have the Jackson 5. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's just so many celebrities, so many key figures here. I mean, this book almost has like a Where's Waldo effect, where it's just a lot of fun just identifying all the celebrities and key figures of the era in the book. And, another cool thing about this book, or interesting thing about this book, is that when Neil Adams was, were drawing in all these celebrities, he didn't actually have their permission to use their likeness. So all the celebrities that they weren't able to get permission from or didn't have time to get their permission from, he just drew in little, I'll show you again, little mustaches over these guys. You see this guy right here. I think that was supposed to be John Wayne. I'm not 100% sure about that. And if you look here, there's no mustache here. And you would think that would be Lex Luthor, but from what I'm told, that's actually supposed to be Kojak. And, can't remember the actor's name who played Kojak. I wasn't, alive back then, didn't really watch the show, but apparently when Neil Adams first drew this, he had this guy holding a lollipop, which was a key identifier of Kojak, but couldn't get his permission, so they just, took away the lollipop, and I guess, it's Lex Luthor now. Cool. So, the next book we have New Mutants Annual Number 2, first United States appearance of Psylocke. Maybe 5 years ago, this was a tough book to find in really good condition, but these are just appearing everywhere. Especially since Psylocke's been announced to be in the new X-Men Apocalypse movie, to be played by Olivia Munn. Everybody's trying to get their hands on this book, but it's not too hard to find now. Probably get it for, $15, $20, and, VF to near mint minus condition. Probably get a CGC, near mint plus book for around 150, 175 bucks. But it's a good book to have right now. Okay, next two books have New Mutants number 25 and number 26. It's the first appearance of the Legion, Charles Xavier's son. There's been some talk of this character appearing in a future either TV or movie series featuring either, live action X-Men has been a rumor, or New Mutants movie series coming out. But for a minute, these two books together are going for around 30 bucks or so. But you could probably get the two for around $20 now. The next couple books. So you've probably seen this book in pretty much everybody's comic book haul the last 2 weeks. Daredevil number 232. This is the first appearance of Nuke. This book just got really hot after Jessica Jones came out. If you don't know, Officer Simpson's character is based off of Nuke. At its height, it was probably around $30, $40 book at near mint. But now you probably get it around for 20 bucks, 15 bucks if you want like a VF copy or something like that. But good book to have, great cover. Okay, next book I have here, Silver Surfer number 44, first appearance of Infinity Gauntlet. This is just it's a beautiful book all around, really tight, great spine. The corners were perfect. Got it for like $15. If I could just show up close, it's just a really well put together book. And for $15, that was just an easy buy right there. So with Infinity Gauntlet movie coming around, that's a hot book to have. Take this down. So next book I have, Amazing Spider-Man number 315, Return of Venom. Just love the white covers with the white in the background. And the McFarlane run, just classic McFarlane run. And got this book for around 10 bucks. So in this condition, that's really not bad at all. That's actually a pretty good deal. Okay, some show you guys a couple $1, $2 books that I got. So first one I was really happy to get, Thundercats number 1. Not a very expensive book, but again, was able to get in really good condition. There's a small little crease in the top right, but there's no color break. Just a cheap book, but one that I probably wouldn't give up for the world, just for the nostalgic value of it. This is my era, Thundercats. If anybody was born in the 80s, or even was a kid during the early 90s, remembered some Thundercats. The next book I have, Silver Sable number 1. It's a cool book that I had when I was a kid that I saw, laying around in a long box. I figured, that I would get again, put back in the collection. But, $2 book, really good condition. This next book is kind of picking up a tiny bit of steam. It's, still not very expensive. Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. I believe this is from 1990. If you could find this book in near mint condition and pay, $10, $15 for it, that's fine. That's a, an okay price right now. Has some room to grow in the future, but anything more than $15 in near mint condition, that's probably a little too much. Next dollar book. Cool cover right here. Marvel Team Up number 117. A little Wolverine and Spidey action going with a kind of 80s, early 90s brown Wolverine costume going on. Again, this isn't a very expensive book, but it's just an awesome cover. Just a really cool book to have. Okay, next book. Alright. Got some independents that I got. First one, Shadowhawk number 1. It's I guess I wouldn't say classic, but Images, anti-hero. This is their, I guess, Deathstroke or Deadpool. But if you're really interested into Shadowhawk or collect African American superheroes, you probably want to get the newsstand variant, which doesn't have like this metallic lettering or just metallic cover in general. I think it's just a flat cover. But cool book for $1. Next book for $1, Jim Starlin's Dreadstar number 1. There's been some talk about, I don't know, movie or TV show. I'm not, quite sure, but I've heard that rumbling. If you want the first appearance, I believe that's Epic Illustrated number 3, but Awesome cover, you know, Jim Starlin, classic, gotta love him. So there's Dreadstar #1. Next independent dollar book, Pit #1. I remember getting this as a kid, didn't read it, just I literally just bought this for the cover. That's all. It was $1, bought it again. A little nostalgic value there, but cool book, Pit #1. Next book is pretty cool, Samurai #1. Now, this is the reprint. The actual first print isn't that expensive either. I'm not too familiar with this publishing company. I believe it's called Aircell Publishing Inc. They were slightly popular during the 80s, I guess it's mid 80s to early 90s, and this is one of their more popular books back then when they were coming out with these manga, style covers here, which are, I just love these covers. Samurai #1. Now to kind of finish off the dollar variants, I should say dollar variants, the dollar independents. We have first Savage Dragon #1, of course by Erik Larsen of Image fame, also worked for Marvel and DC, but of course is a co-founder of Image. I believe he's supposed to appear at Mike Carbo's, Big Apple Con in March. I may get this signed by him. It's a really nice cover, really great condition. Probably, 9.4 to 9.6, but it'd be really cool to get his autograph on this one. But the next book I was really stoked to get be Megaton #1. This is Erik Larsen's first published work. Not a very expensive book. I mean, Megaton #2, of course, first Savage Dragon #3, which is like his first full appearance, are the big money books. And then, of course, there's #8, which I believe that's, I have no idea. I don't know. If somebody in the comments can let me know, whose first appearance is in #8, but I know it's a key issue. But in this one, you got a white cover, his first, published work, which, means something. I was just really, really, really excited to get this for $1. So there's Megaton #1. Alrighty, now I'll get some of the nicer books that I got this week. Let's start out with Tale of the Teen Titans #44. It's the first appearance of Nightwing. Now this book may be, a year or two ago you could get for like $20, $25, and now on eBay they're like near mint condition, at least $50. I've seen them go as high as $70, which is just insane. But classic George Perez cover. It's a great book. It's a great story. Everybody's hyped about Nightwing, about the Titans live action show. If that's ever, going to happen, haven't heard anything about that in the last few months or so. But supposed to feature Dick Grayson as Nightwing, so this has been a hot book. Another hot book. It's really gone up in value during the last year. Punisher #1 in the 4-part limited series. Of course, with, Punisher and the new Daredevil series, anything with Punisher in it's gone up in value. This is just, it's just a great book regardless of whether, you're getting it for investment reasons or because you're a Punisher fan or Daredevil fan or, what have you. It's just a beautiful, beautiful book. Next book I have got Wolverine #1 from the limited series. Sorry about the shaking right there. But this is from the Frank Miller 4-book limited series, #1. Probably the most valuable, well, not probably, the most valuable book in the run. Classic Frank Miller cover. Got it for around $20. It's probably in, VF Plus, near, 8.5, 9.0 condition. Now we're starting to get into the stuff I really like. This is some John Byrne goodness right here. Iron Man #118. First appearance of Mr. Rhodes, the War Machine. I don't know. Is he gonna die in Civil War? I hope not. I mean, that would be kind of a big giveaway during the trailer, right? To, you know, to show us that he's dead, but we'll see. So, classic John Byrne cover, first appearance, and, you know, I think I paid like 15 bucks for this book. It's really, again, great condition. Alrighty, next book I have. Okay, Hero for Hire, #1, first appearance of Luke Cage. Of course, everybody and their mama wants this book now because of the, you know, Luke Cage appearing in Jessica Jones, and of course the next big Netflix series is going to be, you know, Luke Cage. But regardless, he's just a great, you know, Marvel character. Just really happy that, you know, that he's found the spotlight, kind of, you know, finally. Was kind of like a jokey black exploitation character in the beginning, but really cool character, and it's in pretty good condition. The only thing about it that really bothers me is there's a little tear up here in the upper right corner, but besides that, there's like no color break in the cover. A couple spine ticks, but that tear kind of bothers the crap out of me. And my next book, classic John Buscema right there. Savage She-Hulk #1, first appearance of She-Hulk. This is just, you know, this is a Mona Lisa, you know. This is beautiful. And this is the stuff that really got me into, you know, comic book collecting. So that really kind of wraps up my Raw book haul. Just to wrap up my haul in general, just got these back from CGC. Turned them in at New York Comic Con. The first one, New Teen Titans #2. Oh, there's a lot of glare right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a 9.2. First Deathstroke, classic George Perez cover. Again, you know, if this new Teen Titans show, or Titans as they're going to call it, ever comes to fruition, I just really hope that, you know, Deathstroke is the main villain. I know they used him in the Arrow, but from what I understand, TNT and WB are you know, they're subsidiaries of the same parent company, and there shouldn't be really any issues in terms of sharing characters or to have any of the shows intertwined in some way, even though it's going to be on a different channel, different network. So I'm just really hoping if that Titans show ever comes to fruition that we're going to see some Deathstroke. Okay, and for the last book of the haul, got this back from CGC. Myself, Hulk 271, a CGC 9.6, first comic book appearance of Rocket Raccoon. I believe his first actual appearance on print was a Marvel Preview #7. I think it was like a magazine, some Satana story. But again, if I'm not correct on that, you can correct me down in the comments. But you know, really happy to get a 9.6 on this one. It was just a beautiful book. Okay, so that ends the haul, guys. Before I, you know, say my goodbyes, I just want to again thank you guys for watching, and of course, let's get to the giveaway. Okay, so basically it's simple, guys. If you want to be part of the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, like the video, and what would be really cool is if you guys can see this book right here, Superman vs. Muhammad Ali, is if you guys in the comment section can name up to 3 celebrities or key figures that I have been named in the video. You don't have to own the comic to do this. Just look up the book online and name just 3 characters, and that's all you have to do to enter. You have till about, I want to say, let's see, we'll end this contest around January 15th. Then after that, I'll take all the people that have successfully entered into the giveaway, and I'll do a raffle and decide a winner. Now, just to show you what you guys will have the opportunity of winning, some books that I enjoyed as a kid that I want to share with you guys. So first thing you guys have an opportunity to win is the entire 6-book series of Superman Man of Steel. Now, it isn't the greatest story in the world, but this is just classic, John Byrne right here. Just great John Byrne art. So with the 6-book series, you guys are going to get, obviously, books 1 through 6. But you're also going to get the special collector's edition right there. And just to show you, the other 6 books, of course, there's 6. There's 5, and these are all mint, guys. These are all in excellent condition. And yeah, look at this cover. This is another great cover. Little Lois Lane action right there. Whoops, dropped that. Lois Lane, and this is probably my favorite cover in the series. Right there, Man of Steel. But that's not all. To scratch your Marvel itch, I got some little more John Byrne for you. You guys will be getting a Sensational She-Hulk #1. And then some of my favorite West Coast Avengers books. West Coast Avengers number 56 and 45. Some great covers right there. Scarlet Witch and the Vision. And another really cool John Byrne Marvel book. Fantastic Four number 286. I think that's the return of Jean Grey. All books again in near mint condition. And to kind of top it off, I'm also going to be giving away a reader copy, mid-grade copy of New Mutants Annual number 2. It's not the same copy I showed you earlier. Obviously, see here, wasn't pressed correctly when it was originally pressed, but it's no color breaks. The corners are really nice. Just got a little spine issue, but it's a nice copy to have if you don't have it yet in your collection. Alright guys, so again, please subscribe, like the video. I'd appreciate any feedback, constructive, positive, you name it. Again, this is the first video of hopefully many, so I promise you guys I will get better at this. I will get a better venue to do this in. I will show you a lot more of my personality when I do these videos, and I'll make sure that they're, the sound quality is better as well, okay? Alright guys, so I'm signing off. I want you guys to have a happy and safe new year, and I'll see you next video. Bye.